Oh, hey, Instagram, it's me, T, from the Patterson Second Train. I have been here a long time. It's a place called Galaxy. It's like a slash joint, gambling joint, but that's on the other side. I come here for breakfast because sometimes, if I do my own breakfast. I get 3 eggs, mushroom, avocado. I don't really do the bread. Well, I do the bread. A toasted brown bread. That's it. That's my breakfast, And they know me enough that they have to buzz. They know me enough, right? I haven't been here a long time. Well, but I was scrolling the internet. Okay, look. Can I say this? There's this whole thing happening in the States with American football, with this whole thing with the Sanders family. I would say the Sanders family because people don't know they know what they're doing, right? It's absolutely crazy. It's bonkers to me. It's unbelievable. Oh, poor Jake. My main technician, his team is the Browns. What can I say? But don't worry about that. Let me tell you something. Before I get further into this, here's the thing. Like, for instance, my first official job, I was 16 years old, we get to work in papers. That's not to say I wasn't hustling before that, but that's the first official job that the government knew about, right? Was us being a vendor, selling hot chocolate at Giants game, which was played at the Yankee Stadium back in the day. Now we're talking about 16. So now we talk about 1966, right? Anyway, so I sold hot chocolate for the Giants game, even though it was don't worry about it. Anyway, so by some sort of grandfather thing or whatever thing, hey, Mr. Bully, whatever the thing is, I'm like a Giants fan forever. That's just the way it is. I can't, whatever. It's not ride or die. I'm just a Giants fan. I don't pay attention anymore because I have other things to do. But a lot of times when they got their championship, I was away. I was in Africa, but I still got to watch the game. It was amazing. The Giants sometimes when they can be amazing when they get. Most of these teams, the problem is the ownership. They have a certain mindset. They grew up in a certain bubble, and they think they can access things, but they can't. Doesn't matter. Well, as bad as the Giants front office is, as they say, the Browns is worse. Anyway, so here's what happens nowadays. So you could be a fan of a team, but now because we're so removed, whatever happened, then what happens is you you end up rooting for people, certain things. Like a couple of years ago was like Lamar Jackson, because everybody rooted for Lamar Jackson. Me, even though I'm a lapsed Giants fan, I'm a paper bag Giants fan. If somebody comes through this program, they're really good, like say Saquon Barkley, then when he goes someplace, you root for Saquon Barkley. You root for individuals these days. Well, I have nothing to do with the Sanders family, nothing like that. But they're exposing all kinds of things. It's hilarious. Talk about naked racism. Talk about generational stuff. Talking about old head white boys, thinking the old head ways, being besieged by. Hey, look, you know what happens when you when you crack the door for black folks. You know what I'm talking about. Black folks, from melanated people, they shoot on through, man. I'm talking about the real warriors. I'm not talking about the ones that come say, I'm black, oh, and I talk black, I can act black. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about lineage. They got skin in the game. They got lineage in the game. Their great grandparents came from enslaved stock, or their great grandparents came from African stock, or their great grandmother came from American Indian stock, whatever, And they end up in the state, but we're here, and since we don't know a bunch of stuff, we can't go back to a Caribbean country to claim some land, and we can't go back to an African country to claim some land. That's ours, the lineage, So I'm saying, no, we here to fight. No, we've been fighting for 400 years. You think we fought for 400 years, so all of a sudden just go? No. And so the fight continues. And the Shadors, I'm saying the Shadors, I'm sorry. The Sanders family, they are exposing all kinds of things. First thing Shador did was say, oh, you want to draft me, whatever have you? Well, he didn't say this. I'm saying it for him. He said, no worries. I got myself covered. Notice that I got myself. He said I got it covered. I got myself covered. I got the legendary tag emblazoned. And so, I'm sorry. What happened? There's this whole, I can't explain the football thing, but let's say this. He's your number one quarterback. The quarterback is the guy that sort of the navigator of the field, you know what I mean, for your team. So you got the quarterback, right? But in this particular case, I think they got 5 quarterbacks. they got the veteran quarterback that's over the hill now, and they're looking for the next quarterback. Then they got a guy that been bumping around the league, but he's decent, but he's not going to be there, what they call franchise quarterback. Then you got this quarterback they just how you say, recruited, whatever, bid for. However that auction goes. As he's going to be the number one quarterback, right? But he came in round 3, whatever round he came in, and then a couple of rounds later, whatever, round 5, then you had Shedeur Sanders, right? Okay, one round to now, 1, 2, 3, Shedeur Sanders, right? Then because he got some injuries, claimed injuries, they had to bring another guy in, right? I think he's melanated, so he's like a functional. Like the backup of the backup if things don't work out. Quarterback, because he's been around, right? So that's 5, right? Then you got the cat that the Browns, the front office, basically, well, they used a lot of money, a lot of stock, a lot of whatever to get this guy, Deshaun Watson, right? But he has moral issues. Or football, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, but he's been injured. Now he's trying to get back. So basically, they got 6 quarterbacks, and out of the 6, the only one that people are paying attention to is Shedeur Sanders. And so they had a preseason game. I guess it's a preseason game for last week, and he played really, well, decent, good. He played good. So I said, oh, they're waiting for him this week. Then some shenanigans happened behind the scenes, and they made it so that the other, what's that guy? The one I said, the one that was recruited, he's a Hawaiian guy anyway, but he don't claim blackness. Hawaiians originally were black, but we won't get into that. But Hawaiians now, they all want to be white. They want to be close to whiteness. Hey, Rock. Hey, Rock. Hey, the Rock. I don't want no beef with you. I'm just saying, you ain't trying to be black. That's not the point. So this guy, this Hawaiian guy, he got this opportunity because everybody was supposed to be injured or whatever, they're not available. Let's put it that way. And so to throw the pigskin. Pigskin. The name pigskin because it originally made out of pigskin and it was slippery and all in the mud and whatever. Don't worry about it. Okay, so he threw the pigskin on what was today's Monday. I guess the game happened on Friday. Whenever the game happened, I wasn't paying attention. I got no data. Well, I got data, but my electricity would run down. Anyway, so I couldn't pay. I wasn't watching it anyway. Here's the thing. So he didn't do so well. But boy, when they announced that he was going to be doing the thing, the ticket sales for the stadium to watch that thing, zoop, they went down. People are now trying to burn. I don't think they burned Sanders jerseys, but they burned, I guess, Brown's jersey. And the stadium was nobody's participating. So here's the thing: you talk about democracy in the age of capitalism. Here's what it is. I know they got people that they vote for and stuff like that. Put people up there, and then they make all kinds of things against you, whatever have you. But no, democracy in the age of capitalism is made by your dollar. So if you support what say the Sanders legacy wants to do, then what they do, you buy their stuff, you do their merch. If you don't support the shenanigans of the white overlords or whatever have you just don't do what they want you to do. Go to their games or whatever when they show the vanilla flavor and all that. I don't like to say mayo, but the mayo, vanilla, whatever you want to call people. You just don't participate. You hold back your talent. The thing is, when black people start holding back their stuff, everybody else says, "Oh, what's going on? There must be something here." So they can't get enough white people to support the Hawaiian throwing the ball. but there's a whole lot of blacks and others. There's a whole lot of melanated people and melanated adjacent. No, I guess there's no such thing as melanated. I guess there is less melanated people saying, "Hey, we see the injustice here." So it's like a microcosm of what's going on, because you got your haters on one side, you got your regular Negro PMs trying to chime in and say stuff. It's hilarious. So anyway, that's what I'm enjoying myself with these days. I'm waiting for something to happen here, and I'm getting my things together. Anyway, it's gonna be together. I just wanted to come to you with that little bit of thing because racism, Anglo-racist white supremacy, it's being exposed every way but Sunday, every way including Sunday, every way but every. It's happening. Talk to you all later.